Helicoptero, Helicopter Cartwheel. Are you ready to learn it? Because in this video, I will show you how in 6 kind of easy steps. Let's go!
To get to this final form, Helicoptero, we need to start at, you guessed it, step number 1. I want you to start with this slow entry half straddle cartwheel. It's almost like half of a cartwheel, but you'll notice the hand placement is not in line with the feet. It's actually deeper than that. It's well behind the line of the feet. This creates space for you to add the sweep later on. Just do a half slow straddle for me for the moment, and we'll add to that in just a second.
But Aaron, are these the only progressions to learn the Helicoptero? I don't know. Maybe not. Just have a play with them. Don't think of them as a linear order. Have a play with the different sections and let me know how you go in the comments.
Look out at step 2. You'll need an esky or a box or a step or something for this one. It is an elevated cartwheel. So from a height, we can practice a nice slow floaty straddle. Again, we want those hands well behind the line of the feet. And you can even start to open the hip on the landing here. Practice both sides. Don't be lazy. Look how far back those hands are. That creates the space for our sweep to come. Step 3 for this one, keep a hold of your box or your step and then grab a yoga block or a target. You could use a shoe, a coffee cup, whatever you have, a water bottle, but that is your kicking target. Note the slow straddle entry, the sweep through. That sweeping foot goes low. We want to train that foot to sweep low to create the circular momentum that helps us exit from the Helicoptero. Try to step out of it if you can. Again, look at that hand positioning. Let's go.
Aaron, how long did it take you to learn the Helicoptero? Great question. I'm not actually sure. I just kept doing it until I could do it. That's how these things work. When I first tried it, it felt impossible. Impossible! And then eventually, bit by bit, section by section, it started to make sense and unlock until one day, after probably hundreds, if not thousands of efforts and repetitions, I stood up.
I call this step 4, but you can work this at any time. This is the exit. So from an elevated surface, once again, we're training our hips to stay in extension. You need to squeeze those butt cheeks. You need to push hard with the supporting arm. You need to arch tall, and you need to use that other arm to point and help you lift up and out in the direction you want. The leg that goes up and straight, keep that leg nice and straight and push and extend. Step 5, the hip switch. Now this one involves learning how to turn with the hips because this is really what generates our sweep. So here I want you to just not think so much about the leg sweep that we've just practiced and instead practice switching the hips, turning them over and making a double-footed landing. This is just going to get you familiar with the pathway and how to stand up and out of it in full hip extension. Step 6, okay, we're starting to put things together with our entry, the slow straddle entry, the fast sweep, and I want you to just finish up on that second leg in this weird little pistol squat type thingy for now. This is just the start of it to get the idea of which foot needs to land and how the sweep needs to happen. Here's a slow-mo. Make sure you practice this one over and over, and then eventually we're going to push harder and stand up out of this.
The Helicoptero was invented in 1745 by Dr. Helicoptero. I don't know. No, that's not true. It's from Capoeira. I think it's from Capoeira. I've seen dancers use it as well, but I just think it's cool to add into locomotion. If you want to learn skills like this and heaps more, I have a whole online course dedicated to these skills. It's called Locomotion Flow 2.0. Link to that in the description below.
Then it's a matter of putting it all together. You can start on an incline or a bit of a gentle slope if that helps. Here's a slow-mo. Notice the nice wide straddle, slow on the way in, and notice the circular action that sweeping foot takes. It goes from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock and then fight hard to bring it back up into 12 o'clock. Let's look at that again. So I really try to time the push of the hands with the sweep of the leg, which is going from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Watch this one here. We go from 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Stand up and out. Strong glutes. Active arch. You've got this. Let's go. Helicoptero.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, smash the like button for me. Drop me a comment. Share it if you will. And check out my course, Locomotion Flow 2.0.